welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Blind. Although, it's slightly less blind today than average, but that's only because last episode was more blind than average. We are here in Booty Bay, surrounded by quests that we could do. Well, that's not why we're here. That's not why we're here at all. How do we get out of here? Why are we here? Hello? Wow, there's so many quests here. If I wanted to do quests, this is the place to go. Understood. And there's more quests. There's quests everywhere. It's a really poppin' place, that's for sure. Anyways, last episode, we were trying to do Jarl Needs a Blade. Let me just read out the helpful information this quest gives you. Bring a Moonsteel Broadsword to Jarl in Dustfallen Marsh. That's it. That's all you need to do. Here's what he has to say for himself. I have cutting to do. I can't tell you what I'm going to cut, but I need myself a blade, a certain blade. Fair enough. He can do whatever he wants. That certain blade is indeed the Moonsteel Broadsword. No information gathered here. Some people call it a Moonsteel Broadsword. I'm thinking most people do. I call it a swing blade. Not helpful. What he calls it does not matter. You help me? Maybe you find it in the town. Maybe you talk to a blacksmith and he'll make it special. Keyword there is maybe. But don't sleep on this. What I'm cutting won't keep forever. Also false. This is not a timed quest. This does not matter. So of all this information, we know it's called a Moonsteel Broadsword, and maybe we'll find it in town. We did not find it in town. We never would have found it in town. At least, not that town. And that is why we're over here in Booty Bay. If you come over here to the other side of the world, go from Theramore, travel to Booty Bay, and you come to this very specific person, you can get yourself a Moonsteel Broadsword plan. Fun fact, when it says talk to a blacksmith, it means a player blacksmith. So I traded in my broadsword for about the same price as we bought these plans for. And I'm slightly contemplating purchasing this to try to flip it on the auction house, but I'm not that confident in myself. I did see that someone was trying to sell it, and it was bought out here before. Apparently these come back. Who knew? It's got a little 1. They have 1 stock of it. But that's not a permanent thing. See? I purchased one. Somebody purchased one before me. There's another one here. They come back.
Farewell.
Does everything with a number come back? Who knows? All I know is that I now have the patterns for this broadsword he wants. And I'm going to learn it. We have the technology. We go into blacksmithing now. In our two-handed swords recipes. Here's the Moonsteel Broadsword. Pretty cool. Luckily, that was a 180 blacksmithing recipe, and we have 181. So we just barely managed to clear that hurdle. And oh boy, if we had not. Oh boy. As you can see, this has ingredients, as you might expect. The question is, could we have just bought this? Couldn't you have just bought the sword? How much could it possibly cost? Well, let's saunter over to the auction house, shall we? To complete this quest, which is going to give us 35 silver and some small value item. We could have come here, purchased the Moonsteel Broadsword. Wow, that's even more than it was last time. Today, the Moonsteel Broadswords are selling for 21 gold. Last time I was here, they were 9. So, who knows? Who knows how much these are actually worth? This guy has a monopoly on them right now. So, clearly, buying that for 21 gold would not be a good choice. We're going to make it ourselves, and that doesn't change the opportunity cost, but I'm going to ignore that. Because I'm getting this quest done, even if it's a horrific idea. We had a comment a while ago about one quest that was really bad and not worth doing. Everybody agreed on it. This quest takes the cake. That other quest was just a little bit long. Had to fight some guys for an extended period of time. This one would cost you 21 gold right now. Not only is it a colossal waste of money, it's also a colossal waste of time. That's not stopping me, though. So next on the list of things we need to do is get all of these ingredients. Be prepared in advance. Oh, what's this? Aha. Okay. For the heavy leather, I purchased 20 and sold the extra 17. And we got off with, I think it cost us a few silver for that. Maybe like 20-ish silver. To get those 3 leather we needed. Also, if we look in here, we've got a lot of successful things, which will make me feel better about all the time and money we're about to waste. We sold this cape for a good price. That deposit was high on that. We sold the air for gold. We sold Noble's Brand of the Tiger for 2 gold. The deposit. Look at these deposits. I need to pay more attention to the deposits. Somebody said that. Duly noted. You get most of it back. I'm not too worried about it. Water for 2 gold. Another water, 2 gold. Water. Fire. 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 Nobody wanted these patterns, so oh well. And here's a something. Great news. Questionable. If this is something weird, I'm going to cut it out, but here goes nothing. Dear friend, sorry to bother. XMOMOMAL is a professional website selling WoW Classic Gold. Ah. That is the opposite of what we're doing here. Literally, what would be the point?
How are you?
Unfortunate. So here's our heavy leather that we got. Here is iron, piece of coal. I think we need 3 of these. What else was there? We need to purchase some strong flux. Need to make some heavy grinding stones. I can do that. We need more coal to make these into steel bars. Okay. So yeah, the only thing we needed to purchase to make this sword in the long run was the heavy leather, which we managed to get a pretty decent price on since we sold the extra stock. It's going to... Oh, look at our money. We're not doing too shabby. And as much as this sword might be on the auction house for 21 gold, there's no guarantee that I would actually be able to sell it for that much. I don't know if it's useful for anything besides this quest, but anybody that's trying to purchase this sword for this quest would have to be more foolish than me to purchase it for that much. Okay, blacksmithing
What can I
supplies.
get for you
We
today?
need 2 strong flux and 7 coal. That's a lot. It's less than 21 gold though, so I'll take it.
Off with you.
Okay. And we need 2 heavy grindstones and 8 steel bars. In the smelting, we can make steel bars with iron and coal. This is going to be useful later when a whole bunch more of our blacksmithing recipes require steel. Look how shiny it is. Yeah, equally shiny, but with a little bit of extra. Wow, what's going on here? Target dummies. Okay, that's fine. As long as it doesn't stop me smelting steel, I'm not going to complain about it. Then we have to come over here. We need 2 heavy grinding stones. Scroll down to the bottom. Heavy grinding stones. 3 heavy stone each, my goodness. There we go. Then, we just have to make ourselves the Moonsteel Broadsword. The one and the only. It takes a long time. It's a very good sword, apparently. How this random swamp guy decided this was precisely the item he needed is beyond me. When the only person that teaches anyone how to make it is in a completely different place. But whatever, it's fine. We're making it work.
You got my attention.
Hey, you're a blacksmithing supplies. How would you like a tailoring recipe for 3 silver? Nobody else wanted it, so go nuts. Alright. Hey, we even got a blacksmithing level. This wasn't a complete waste of time. We got a blacksmithing level. Okay. And that is everything we need for both of these quests now. So we just need to pop over to the bank. Store my stone away. Maybe grab the rest of my potions. 6 potions is probably fine for anything we're going to get into, but better safe than sorry, I suppose. Keeps my inventory all nice and smooth, the way I like it. Fish is doing fine. Got fish for days. Well-fed buffs for days.
You got my attention.
We got these fish that we can't cook yet. We got all these mithril bars. We'll get there eventually. And we got... I guess that is the full 10 potions. It's just 4 of these and 1 of these. Either way, that's good.
Very good.
So now, we get to travel back to Dustwallow Marsh. The travel time alone makes this not worth doing. But we're doing it anyway. The sword's not even good. Well, it's green compared to blue, so eh. It's probably about on par with my previous sword. It's got stamina and spirit instead of the blast attack, but overall, it's okay.
Well met.
But I've got a guy that wants to cut things, and he seemed very insistent on it. So we're gonna go deliver a sword. We're gonna walk through a town that does not have a sword, as much as one swampy guy seemed to think it might. He's a liar and a scoundrel. And we're gonna give him a very expensive sword, because that's a good plan. See you over there. Okay. Out of the town with no swords. On the way over here, on the boat trip, they offered to join a guild. Going to keep them in mind if we ever feel like joining a guild at some point. For the time being, it doesn't really seem necessary, but could come in handy eventually. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it quite yet. I just don't want to be imposing with my 1 hour every other day system I got going on. I mean, if things just so happen to line up that everyone would be available at the same time, that'd be fine, but not gonna worry about it yet. I got stuff I'm doing. Don't worry about it. Alright. We've got a very valuable sword to give to some swamp guy. Kinda hoping that this is the last in his quest line. Or it at least goes back to logical quests that make sense. Not some crazy scavenger hunt across the entire world. But whatever. I feel like he would have been fine with just the regular broadsword from town. That would have been less expensive and less work. But no. I don't know what he plans to cut with his high-level sword. But whatever. I bet he's just trying, but he's just messing with us. Seeing if he can get us to go traipse across the entire world to get him a very specific sword. While also lying about it maybe being in town. I mean, I guess there's a chance that somebody would be standing in town selling these swords. Just very low chance. I mean, for a minute there was somebody in the town with the sword. It was me, because I was bringing it to him, but that's not the point.
How are you?
You have my blade, with 2 question marks. I have my blade, and you can have it, I guess, because we make poor decisions here. That's a good blade. That's a good swing. It's a good swing blade. Thank you. Look, he's just jumping for joy. I'm glad he's happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I want to try it. Later. I'll try it later. But like I was saying, thanks. Alright. What do you want to take? A ring or trousers? Probably doesn't matter. I'm taking a fancy ring. Oh, I get both. Hooray! This is slightly more useful than it was before.
Safe travels.
Thanks. Thanks, Swamp Eye Jarl. That's it? We're good? So long, then. Well, they're soul-bound, so I guess we can look at these pants. They look like pants. Cloth pants. Are those a bunch of pockets on our mail, or is that just... Nah, probably not. Our rings are superior. And our pants are superior. By a lot. Alright. I just need to go to the other problem swamp guy. Give him the Myrefin heads, which he very specifically wanted, and they were nowhere near where he was. He doesn't look like the kind of guy that would get out much, so I don't know how he even knew about the Myrefin heads. But that's not my problem. People tell me to get things, then I go get them. Even if they're massive wastes of time. As we've seen today. Oh, we're also heading out into the middle of nowhere. And our teleport is down for the next 33 minutes. That's not great. We are going to be walking out of the marsh. That's great. Good stuff. Fantastic. Let's see if we can possibly chain this to another quest off in this direction. Make this feel like not the biggest waste of time that it has been. We got 3,450 XP. So that's something. It's not much of something. That's something. Alright. We still have to sign up for the Shady Rest Inn. How long has it been since that's burned down, then? Don't think it's been too long. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Hey. Didn't we take care of you? What are you doing? Get out of here. Increase armor by 240. All attributes by 10 and resistance by 15. I think we got that from the person we were talking to about guilds. They were level 60, so. That is a level 60 buff you got right there. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Alright. Just need to get a little bit south of Brackenwall Village. And you go turn in these heads. So we finally are going to be done with the quests here in Dustwallow Marsh. At least the ones that we can find. I think we did a few others earlier, so makes sense. Also, one of the towns is for not me, so they probably had other quests for other people. A lot of this would probably make more sense on PvP servers, where there's actually areas being contested and such, but I was not willing to put myself through that, so that's why we chose this server. We've tried our hand at PvP a few times. It's gone horrifically, as you might expect. Someone with no experience whatsoever going up against people that have played the game for 15 years. PvP has never been my strong suit in basically anything, so that was something we were not going to do. Okay. Is that him right over there? This guy's light. Yep, that's the place. What's this guy's name? Mud Crush, Dirt Feet. I would have gone with Dirt Feet Crush Mud. But okay. His feet are large. Here's your Myrefin heads. Give me food or me eat you. At this point, please just eat me. It's been a day. Me like fishy head. Me no eat you now. You have to choose between some leather armor with 11 strength or cloth with 4 strength and 9 spirit. Well, the feet aren't better. What do you reckon? Half the armor and plus 5 strength for minus 6 stamina? That's probably worth it. I don't know. Muds, Crushers, Dirt Feet Stompers. I love it. We're gonna go with the gloves. Let's get a full stat information here. Damage reduction of 32.2. Damage reduction of 31.4. That's 0.8% more damage taken. And it changes our armor. That's the armor change. It also makes our health go from 2189 to 2129. And our damage per second goes from 67.2 to 67.9. Ultimately, it's probably pretty similar. We have a smidge less health. We take a smidge more damage. We do a smidge more damage. It's pretty much the same. What kind of percentage are we talking here? It's like 0.7 on 67. A real damage 0.8. That's more less damage, then it's more damage. And less HP. The damage increase is less than our damage reduction decrease. Something like that. An extra 60 on, it's just 6 on 200. It's like 3%? 3% more health. 1% less damage for 0.7 on it. That's 1% more damage. 1% more damage. Take 1% more damage. Also have less health. They're probably about the same. We'll see which one sells for more. Maybe that's how we'll make the decision. Fundamentally, they're pretty much the same. Is what we're getting here. Let's head back to the road. Try to set a course for our next location. Okay. I think there's a... Continue on the road, we might find some safer area, because there's still a decent chance that some crazy nonsense comes flying onto the road here. Alright, we look at our quests. We've got a lot of dungeon quests down here. 5 of them are dungeon quests. So that means there's 6 other quests on our list. What's this one? South Shore. That's not near here. Which way do I want to go? If we go to the Barrens, what's our exit strategy there? Ooh, actually, I think we have a quest down 1,000 Needles. Let's do that one. Ah, we've collected the Barrens somehow. Oh no. What did we do? Oh no, we have the Barrens. The Barrens is on our fingertips. Okay, it's gone. Let's get that one looked. Let's find that. Razor Flanks Medallion. Trying to Razor Flank. Infiltrating the Crawl. That's in Razorfen Crawl. That's like right nearby. Oh, it's green though at this point. I think it's this gun. Not good. Just choose one of these. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Shoulder pads, Insight, Salmon Spirit. The Strength and Stamina male waist piece looks very good. That's in Razorfen Crawl Dungeon, so I have to see what level of stuff in there is. I might be able to do that myself at this point. And that is nearby. A shield, 775. That's a better shield, but honestly this waist piece looks pretty good. Let us select that one. That's in Razorfen, Sky Monastery, South Shore, Oldamon. That's in Lochmadon. Swamp of Sorrows. High Perch is down this direction too. That's in High Perch and 1,000 Needles. Yep, that's the place we can go. And these other ones. We need a shard. This one was in Swamp of Sorrows. This one was in South Shore. Okay, so these are the 2 quests that are in this direction. Let's make sure we go into the right location for this. Razorfen Crawl. There's Razorfen Crawl, and then there's Razorfen Downs. Let's see what we can get ourselves up to in there. Shady Rest Inn. Alright, into the Barrens. Southern Barrens. So this is Razorfang Crawl. Okay. Let's head that way. It's definitely the crawl, right? Definitely the crawl. Chargla Razorflank. Infiltrating the crawl. Okay. We will see how this goes. Hunter. He do be hunting, though. Alright. The Crone of the Crawl. Now we've been into, I think it was the Crawl. One of these locations, at any rate. Let's see what we can find. So why is our health a odd number right now? 2189. 70. Stamina is 172. 75 plus 97. Oh, look at all the stamina on our sword. My goodness. This is a good sword. The sword. It's good. Pro tip. The Crone of the Crawl. Going to pop my head in here. See what level things were. And if it looks like it's not going to be happening, we will continue on towards the High Perch Venom Sacs. Right. Razorfang Crawl. On our right. That's Razorfang Downs. Yes? Correct. The last quest we tried to do in here, we managed to do it with only 2 people. And that was a while ago. And now we have a better sword. So, you're telling me there's a chance. 23 elite? Oh, you poor fool. I know that's just a starter, but my goodness, 23 elite, that's not much, actually. But look at us go. Look at us easily defeat this pig guy. They're running away kind of guys, so we have to remember that. Oh my goodness. They don't make them like they used to. Hey, look, a pickaxe that isn't a pickaxe. How fun. So we can just avoid this one by running into a torch like a maniac. We can take our revenge on this dungeon by just smashing through it. That'd be great. I feel like we're probably gonna still have problems though, because that's just how things go around here. Some fancy cloth bracers. Alright, Razorfang Crawl. Back again. Now this is a full dungeon, and we don't know where in the dungeon we're trying to go to. So, that could be a problem. Yeah, he's only level 26 elite. That is still insufficient. to survive my assault. And this guy's a rock, so he can't bleed. Oh yeah. This is potentially doable. But that is going to have to wait until next time. Because this could take an eternity. There's no telling where in the dungeon we need to go. Because I didn't bring a second person that's going to look things up for me. And after the mess that was the last quest. Well, the last to last quest. The one with the incredibly expensive sword from across the entire world. I think I've earned having to go meander through this dungeon alone. We're high enough level. This should potentially be an okay thing for us to be doing. Let's see if we can find a medallion next time. Goodbye.